So, as I was saying, breathing, very important to try and get you really focused and get the most out of the exercises that we do. So that said, stand on your mat with your feet hip distance apart, take your hands to your lower ribs, and then just take some breath there. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, rib cage expanding, and out through the mouth. Same time, we're going to feel that engagement through those core muscles, okay? So we want to feel that kind of 30% engagement throughout pelvic floor, deep abdominals, okay? And then just start to rock back and forth on your toes and your heels, and then bring those arms in. So just going to swing the arms up and down. In, breath up, and exhale down. Nice and relaxed through your neck and your shoulders. And just get a little bit of balance at the top there. And then we're going to start taking the hips back. So we're going to start bending the knees. In, breath up. Exhale down. So check the alignment of those knees, feet, hips, all of that stuff going. Core engaged. A little bit deeper as you go, if that feels okay. And then on the next one, we're going to hold it at the top. See if you can find some balance. Stretch your fingers onto the balls of the feet. Come down through your heels, turn to your right and sweep your arms around. Come back to the top, inhale, and then sweep around. Come back to the top, inhale, and sweep around. So we're softening the knees there, and then articulating the spine, and then just gradually increasing that range as you go. Okay. Only as deep as feels good for you. In, breath at the top. Last time. And then come down, and then we'll do a little shoulder girdle loosener. Open up those connective tissues. Up, back and around. Hands on top of the shoulders now, and then circling around the elbows. Breathe. And then take the hands up with the elbows level with the shoulders and bring them forwards on the out breath. In, breath back. So we just watch that we're not flaring up through the rib cage as we draw the elbows back. We stand tall. In, breath. Keep the elbows the same height as the shoulders. Last one. And then stretch your arms out and take your feet out as well, toes out. So standing still, abs are strong. In, breath, you twist. And exhale, you reach. Come up, in, breath, twist. And exhale, you reach. So that back hand, rotate through that back hand, back arm, reach away. Sending the front hand down towards the outside of the opposite leg or foot. Breathe in to twist. Breathe out to reach. So gradually getting a little bit of heat going. Starting to feel the body moving a little bit easier. And then hands on hips. Take the feet out wider. And then come down to squat there to work into the inner thigh. So back nice and straight, arms nice and strong. In, breath down, and only as deep as feels good for you on that. Breathe. Coming up, squeezing through thighs, through glutes. And on the next one, let's hold it down there and add a gentle pulse, if that feels okay. Otherwise, carry on. Up and down, bigger moves. Just a little bit more isolating there. Inner thighs, quads. And then coming up, tucking those toes. Taking the feet slightly wider. Take the hands to the thighs and then just go side to side. Draw the belly and lift the chest. So this little side lunge position, and then start reaching towards the leg or the foot. Reach the hand away. Breathe. Stretch. Try and get as much range as you can for your body. And then come to the center. And then track your hands down your legs. Feel that stretch into the hamstrings now. Toes in, heels out. Shift the weight through the feet towards the front of the feet, or just be rocking back and forth a little bit. Draw your belly in. Take your right hand down to the floor. So directly underneath the head here, and then reach the other hand up and open up. And breathe. And switch. And reach. Come back. And roll up. Bring your feet back to hip distance apart. So we're going to take it into a squat here, a bit narrower. Then we're going to step out a little bit wider and into squat. So a bit narrower. Squat, wider. Squat. Narrower squat. Hips back, wider squat. Hips down and back. Chest lifted. Breathe. Arms pulled in. Checking that alignment. Come back to the center. You do your narrow squat. And to your wider squat. Chest lifted, belly drawn in. Do one more. And then shake it out a little bit. Okay. So, balancing. Rise up. One leg comes up. We hold it up there. Press the floor away. Come back down. Lift the other leg up. Press the floor away and reach up. Come back down. And again. Reach it up. And come back down. And again, knee comes up. And come back down. Once more. And then from here, extend the leg. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, extend. Inhale back. Core's nice and strong as you extend the leg. Breathe out. Last one, and try and hold it out. 4, 3, and 2. Lift it, lift it, lift it. And lower down. So as you reach up into your knee fold position, you're finding a point of focus. And then we're extending the leg on the out breath, bending it on the in breath. Arms coming up on the in breath and lowering down on the out breath. And then one more, try and hold it out there. Hold it strong, lift, breathe, and then release. Take your left leg back. So we're going to set up to do a lunge at your level. So make sure the feet are in width, round about hip distance. Your back heel's off the floor. Okay, and the hips are square, shoulders are square. And as we take it down, as deep as feels okay, we raise up with the arms. We check the front knee, it's not going to push over the toe. And breathe. When we go down as deep as feels okay for you, breathe. Send the arms up to the ceiling or sky. Keep the neck nice and long. Keep the back nice and straight with the belly drawn in. Make sure you're breathing. Back knee comes down. Keep that alignment. 3, 2, 1. Up we come. Give it a little shake out. Breathe. So you're going to step the right leg back. Okay? Arms nice and strong, feet hip distance and width. That length may be about 2.5 feet long, depending on what's going on for you. Back heel is up, belly's drawn in, pelvic floor muscles engaged. Coming down, front knee not pushing over the toe. Lunging on the other leg, feeling that stretch into the hip flexors in the back leg, maybe a little bit as you bring the knee down towards the floor. Breathe. So we don't want that front knee pushing over the toe. So mindful of that. Breathe throughout. Relax your gaze, relax your neck. Try and get as much range through those arms as well. Breathe. Down. And press up off of both feet. 3, 2, 1. And up we come. Take some breath. So you're going to need to find a chair now, or if not, you can do your dips. We're going to do a set of dips. You can do them on your mat. Okay? So something stable. All right, to work shoulders, backs of the arms. So take your hands onto your chair, seat, whatever, and then take the hips off so you're taking that load. And then in breath down, just bend at the elbows purely, and exhale, press. You try to straighten up through those arms. On the out breath, you want to keep your hips close to whatever you're using to do your dips on, okay? Chest lifted. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to press. Keeping strong through your core. Breathe in to lower. Exhale to press. Hips stay close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest it up. Okay, good job. Breathe. Okay. So back onto your mat, if you're not there already, left leg forward, take the right foot back. Okay, back heel comes up. So we're not going to lunge now. Do a single leg deadlift, another balance challenge. Bend the front leg, lift the back leg, and then lowering down, lifting the back leg. Maybe take the hands down, lift the back leg a little more, and then come back up. Always working to maintain that balance. Change legs. Lift the back leg, abs stay strong. Find your focus, breathe. Maybe hands all the way to the floor, and then lift the back leg for a deeper stretch. And then come back up. Let's go again. So lowering down. Lifting the back leg. Maybe a little deeper, hands lower, lift the back leg. And then slowly come up. Switching legs. Abs stay strong. Find your point of focus, lift your back leg. Take the hands down if you want, all the way. Lift the back leg high. Breathe. Come back. Swapping again. This time, we're going to reach down with that right hand. Okay, try to get that down to the floor. Lift your back leg. Try to lift the left hand up. So the left leg is forward, so the left hand goes up. There's that working out. Release. Come back up. Swap legs. Stay strong. Standing leg strong. Take your left hand down to the floor with your right leg forward. Reach your right hand up. Try following that hand as well. Breathe. And then work your way back up. Okay, fantastic stuff. Breathe. Come back to the back of your mat now. Take some breath and then rise up onto your toes. Okay, so we're going to try and stay up on these toes if we can. If not, come down through your heels. So bring your hands out through your shoulders. Now squat. So either with heels up or heels down. We're only going as deep as feels good for you. Push back up. Can you stay on those toes? If not, come down to heels. Hands level with shoulders, neck long. Squatting down, hips back, abs strong, chest lifted. every time maybe a little bit deeper, pushing back up. So we're challenging that balance, and we're also challenging the mobility in the hips and strength and endurance in the thighs, glutes, and into those calves as well. Breathe, hands level with shoulders, pull the belly in. Breathe. Deep as you can, push up. We're going to do one more. Keep the back straight, chest lifted, and push up. And then bring those hands down and come down to your feet, down to your heels. All right, nice. So just take some breath there. We're going to do a roll down. We're going to take the chin to the chest and start rolling down through your spine. Try not to let the hips stick out. Roll down, track the hands down the legs. Start to feel that stretch through the back and then hips and then hamstrings. Breathe. Then roll back up. Restack your spine. Stand tall. Core engaged, sit up through your middle. In breath, chin to chest. Exhale, and then as many breaths as you need to roll down. And then we take the hands as low as we can, legs or feet or floor, and we start bending the knees. We bend one leg, stretch out through the other, lifting the sit bone on the opposite side to the ceiling or sky. Breathe. Then we're going to bend the right leg, try to straighten out through your left leg. Take your left hand up and open up. Breathe. Swap. Reach. Breathe. And then track your hands up your legs, placing your hands on your thighs, bending your knees, sticking your bum out, lifting your chest, pulling your belly in. Take an in breath, look up, and on the out breath, rounding your back into a cat, scooping your belly in. Bend the knees again, look up, inhale, chest lifted. Exhale, round the back, open up through the shoulders, scoop the belly in. And again, in breath, tailbone away, lift the chest, and then press through the floor, and then roll all the way up. Reach your arms up, stretch up. Now, chin to chest, rolling over that big beach ball now, breathing all the way. And then stretch it out, and then walk the hands out to the front of your mat. Downward facing dog, pull the abdominals in, and pedal the heels up and down with the feet hip distance apart. Breathe. Come to an in-breath high heel dog, and exhale heels down dog. In-breath high heel dog, exhale heels down dog. Fingers spread, in-breath high heels, and exhale heels down. So at any point if it's feeling too much through your shoulders, then just take your knees to the floor and take some breath, and then rejoin when you're ready. Shift forward to a high plank position. Push the floor away. Draw the abdominals in, keep the thighs strong. Breathe. Push back to your down dog. And then breathe. Shift forwards to your high plank. Hold that position. Arms nice and strong. And then push back. Okay, take some breath. So make sure the hands are nice and wide on the mat. Okay. And shift forwards to that high plank. Then we're going to come down to press up, either with the knees down or not. We do a press up. Then as we push back to down dog, we take one hand off, we reach towards that shin, opposite shin. Come back. Press up. Breathe. Reach the hand towards the opposite shin. Down, and the knees down where you need. Press up. And after you've done your press up, you can always go to child's posture. Breathe. Press up. In breath down. Exhale, press. Head well over the hands. Keep the body nice and strong. Breathe. So working through chest, shoulders, triceps, and at the same time we're getting this stretch through the back of the body into down dog. Breathe. Nearly there. I'm going to try two more. Everything switched on. And then come down to those knees. And then stretch your back. Take some breath into your back. Breathe. And then just rise up to a high kneeling position. Okay, and step your right foot forward. And then sink down through the hips. And try reaching the arms up. Lift. Breathe. Continue to take the weight back. Stretching up. Breathe. If it feels okay, take your left hand. Reach down for your left foot. And lift. And breathe. Straighten out through your front leg. And stretch down. Draw the chest down. Push the heel away. Draw the toes towards you. Take your hands to the floor. If that feels doable. And release. Change legs. Step your left leg forward. Send your right knee away. Make sure your right knee is comfortable. Breathe. Sinking down. Reach the arms up. Continue taking the weight back. Sweep the right hand back towards your right leg or foot. And lift up with your left arm. And breathe. And then straighten out through that left leg, pushing the heel away. And drawing the chest down, working the hands down the leg, opening up the back of the leg. Hands to the floor if you can make it. Toes up, heels away, chest. Working your way down. Thighs are on to open up through the back of the leg. And breathe. And release. And then just come down towards the front of the mat with the hands under the shoulders. And the knees underneath the hips. And draw the abdominals in. Send your right foot back and take your left hand and just thread it through on the out breath. And on the in breath, open up. Exhale, thread it through. And on the in breath, reach up. More challenge. Lift the back leg as you thread through. Lower it down as you reach up. So the focus here is that core stability. Whilst we're threading through and rotating through that middle spine and opening up through the chest and the shoulders. And last one. Thread through. Control. And then release. Take the knees a little wider. Stretch your back. Stretch yourself back into child's posture. Take some breath there. And we'll come to the side of the set. Firstly, we're going to come onto your forearms. Send the feet out towards the edge of the mat. Draw the abdominals in, keep the thighs nice and strong, and then just start tapping those knees down. Or knees can be down, and then stretch one leg away and then the other. But wherever you're at, let's keep the pelvis as steady as we can. Keep the abdominals nice and strong. Make sure you're breathing and sending that breath into your ribs. Okay, we try and hold it here. Wherever you need to rest, knees down, maybe child's posture, breathe. From here, we're going to turn to a side plank. So that side plank, you're on your elbow. You can stack your feet if that's possible, lift your hips, or you could have one foot forward, or you could drop a knee down. And we lift. We lift the top leg. Maybe your bottom knee can be on the floor. Breathe. Keep the bottom waist lifted up. And then return to the center, resting where you need. Abdominals nice and strong. Heels away. Now we're going to take a little twist. Sending the hips down to one side. Keep readjusting the feet. So you're staying on the balls of the feet. Abs stay strong. You can always take a knee down for this. Make sure the knees feel okay with that. Abs stay strong. So we're working into the side of the abdominal wall a bit more now. Breathe. And then come up. Side plank, other side. I'll show you this from the same way that you try to go the other side. So we either stack the feet, or we have one foot forward, or we bend the bottom leg to the floor. And we lift the top leg. Breathe. If it's too much lifting it, you could bring the knee in. Tucking, if you prefer. lift. Come back to the center. Can you hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take a stretch back. Take some breath. Whilst you're in your child's posture, walk your hands round to your right. Okay, you feel that stretch down the left-hand side of the spine. Walk round to your left and feel that stretch down the right-hand side of your spine. And breathe. Come back towards the front of your mat. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, belly strong. Take the left leg back. So make sure you're breathing, make sure your core switched on, pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Take your right hand and exhale. Get the head down, hips high. On the in-breath, reach up. Exhale through, head goes down. In-breath, reach up. Maybe lift that back leg as you thread through. And lower down to reach. Pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Keep breathing. In to lift. Exhale to thread through. And last one. Control that movement. Take the hands to the front of the mat, tuck the toes, lift up to downward facing dog. So, take some breath there. Push the floor away, draw the abdominals deep. Lift the right leg up. Big stretch. And then shift away, tuck the knee in, exhale. Inhale up, tuck the knee in, exhale. Reach up. This next one, take the knee towards the outside of the right elbow. Tuck. Reach up, and again, outside right elbow. Tuck. Then to the inside, to the other elbow. Tuck. And the other elbow. Tuck. And then this next time, we're going to come through into pigeon. We're going to step the right foot forwards, let the right knee rest down towards the right hand, stretch the left leg away. Sink the hips. So if you know you really don't like this, lie on your back and take your right foot up to the crease of your left hip, with your knees in, and do a figure of 4 stretch. So you're sending your left foot away, either ball of the foot or top of the foot. If you want a deeper stretch, you're folding down. Breathe. Deeper stretch still. Right arm goes forward, left arm goes under. Breathe. Keep reaching the left leg away. This is a hip opener. Keep breathing, sinking the hips down, and then come back. Hands either side, tuck the toes, lift the hips, pull the belly in, and into downward facing dog. Anytime this feels too much, come down to your knees. So we can still do this move, hands and knees, and we can reach opposite limbs away and tuck. Okay, here we're going to lift the left leg up, and then we're going to come forward, high plank and tuck to the center. In breath up, and then tuck, keep the body nice and tight and compact as you tuck. Tuck, this time, reach up, inhale, then to the outside of that left elbow. Tuck, in breath up, and outside of left elbow. Now to the opposite arm, right elbow, tuck. One more, exhale, tuck. And then we're going to come through for pigeon. So, left knee coming down towards left hand, left foot towards right hand, depending on what's going on for your hips, your knees. Send your right foot away. Sink down to open up the hips and breathe. And then fold if you like, if it feels okay. Remembering to lie on your back, figure of 4 stretch if you're not liking this. Breathe in. So breathe, soften, open. Take the left arm forwards if you want deeper, right arm under. And keep reaching, opposite hands away and the back leg away. Most of all, stay with your breath. And then come back. As you decide, push up either to down dog or child's posture. Take some breath. From here, we're going to walk your feet to your hands. Bend your knees. And then come down. Now we're going to stretch your left leg long. We're going to draw your right foot in. And we're going to sit tall. So you're trying to bring that heel in as tight as you can with the chest. Take your left hand and wrap it around the outside of your right leg. Take your right hand behind. Then try and draw your chest round as far as you can. Sit tall, push your left heel away. And breathe. And then release. Right leg goes forwards, left leg comes in. And we sit tall as we can. Take the right arm and hug your left leg. And then twist, take the left hand behind. And use this right arm to press against the outside of this left leg. You can also press this way, get a bit more rotation. And breathe. And then take your feet out, roughly about hip distance. Sit tall, pull the abdominals in. Reach the arms out, tuck the chin to the chest, and then just roll down through your spine and reach your hands as low down your legs or your feet as you can. And breathe. And then come back up and then continue to lean back now, pushing the heels away. So how far can you go back? Drawing the abdominals in. Breathe. And then come up. And then from here, reach the arms up, inhale. And then come back down with the hands. And then take the right hand away. And then come back to the center. And then take the left hand away. And then come back to the center. And then chin to chest. Roll down through your spine. Reach for your legs or your feet. Spine stretch. Pull on those legs or feet. And then roll back up. And then start to make your way back again with the legs as strong and as long as you can. Push the heels away. Breathe. Lift those arms up. Exhale, bring them down to your sides, to the floor. In, breath up. Abs pulled in. This feels too much with the legs long, then bend your knees. Same movement. Keep the abs engaged. Lift, lower. Keep the head lifted a little bit so you're keeping your neck aligned with your spine, but try to relax the neck. Keep it long. Breathe in to lift. How much range can you get? Keeping that body still. And then come up. Sit tall. Bring the palms together. Pull the abdominals in. Remember to take a rest where you need, doing a forward bend. So now we're going to split both hands apart and reach. Spine twist. Come back center. Spine twist. Center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And again. And then spine stretch, chin to chest, roll down through your spine, reach for your legs or your feet and breathe. And then as we release, once again, we're going to push the heels away, keep the thighs strong, toes towards, lean back as far as we can. And breathe. Palms together. Open the chest. Bring those palms out and away. Breathe. So keep the elbows slightly soft. Try to get as much range as you can. Remember to bend those knees where you need. Sit tall where you need. Lift the head a little bit. Keep length in the neck. Arms pulled in. Pelvic floor muscles engaged. Keep breathing. In, breath away. Exhale forwards. In, breath open. Lean it back as deep as you can. And then last time, come up. And stretch. Every time, trying to get a deeper stretch, releasing the back, opening up through the back of the knees. Breathe. and then release. So we're going to take your feet hip distance apart now. And we're going to take the hands back. Now you can either have your hands, fingers facing forwards, or if you don't like that, you could have them out. Okay, bring the heels in a little bit. Come up to tabletop. Stretch your right leg long. Lift the leg. So we can either do legs straight or we can do toe taps. Okay, so we lift the chest. This all feels too much. Just come down, leg lift without the hip lift. And bring that foot down, take a breather where you need, otherwise you're staying up. Keep lifting the hips, open the chest, stretching the left leg long. Lift, lift, in breath, lift, exhale down. And last one, and come down to the floor. And just bring your feet in, pull your toes in, and then just see if you can just hover those feet off the floor. Draw the belly in. So maybe hands underneath knees, or if you don't need that to sit, reach the arms out. For extra stretch, extra challenge, you could stretch the legs out. Breathe. And release. Come back to your tabletop position, okay? Or, more challenge, legs stay straight. Lift. Reach. So legs either straight or tabletop. Breathe. In breath, lift, exhale down. One more. Change legs, have a rest where you need. Keep opening up and lift. Keep lifting the hips, lifting the chest, tabletop or reverse plank. Breathe. And then come down, bend those knees again. Hover the feet off the floor. Draw the abdominals deep, hands underneath the knees where you need. Otherwise, stretch the arms out. Lift if you can. Try to sit tall, breathe. Pull the abdominals deep. And then release. And then bring the hips in. Just lie down on the floor. And bring your knees into your chest. And bring your hands down as far down your legs as you can, to your ankles, tucking your heels in. As tight as you can towards your sit bones. Now, peel your spine up and off the floor. Lift the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs. Try working the hands under as far as you can, so shoulders under. So we're either going to interlace fingers here, work the shoulders under, lift the hips, squeeze the inner thighs, or reach the hands and then wrap them round. Breathe. Lift the hips, squeeze the inner thighs, or if you're feeling more adventurous, hands to the side of your head. And you can either rest, crown of the head, or push up. And then come down. And hug those knees in. And take some breath. Take your arms out to the side. Take your knees to your right and look to your left. Breathe. Try to keep the left hand and shoulder and elbow down. Come back center. Switch sides. And breathe. And come back center. And hug those knees in. So we're going to roll up and we're going to stretch the legs out wide. So a nice wide leg stretch for you towards the end of the session here. Should be nicely warmed up. So inner thighs, toes up, heels away. Roll the thighs out and away. Place something underneath the hips if you need it. Breathe. And then walk the hands forward. And breathe. Pull the chest down. Keep the thighs on where you can. Walk the hands over to your right leg. Stretch the hands down either side of that leg. And then to the other side. Stretch it down. Toes up, heels away. Hands on. And breathe. Come back to the center. Stretch it down once more. Now try splitting those hands apart to your legs or your feet and draw your chest down. And breathe. Release from there and bring those legs back in and shake them out to release the hips. Bring the feet up wider than hip. As you take the knees down, release the hand and twist. And twist. And so at this point, I see how much dog hair there is on the floor. Yes, Bella. You know it. You're just floating around the atmosphere. Okay. We are coming to your hands and your knees. Hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. Draw the abdominals in and look up. Inhale, tailbone away. Arch. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round the back. Into cats. In, breath, arch. And exhale, imprint. In, breath, arch. And exhale, imprint. Well, we're not imprinting, what am I saying? We're taking it into that cat stretch. I'm thinking we're doing pelvic tilt. Come back to your neutral spine. Now take your hands forwards on the mat, tuck your toes and lift your hips and roll your belly in. Pedal those heels up and down again, if that feels okay. So stretching into those calves, pushing the floor away, drawing the belly in, lifting the hips high, and gradually walking your hands to your feet. Keep your head tucked, keep your core strong. Roll it up. Restack. And then come round to where we began. And then if you take your hands behind and interlace your fingers here, and just stretch chest and shoulders. Keep lifting those arms up. Breathing. Turn the head one side and the other. And then coming back to the center. And if we take the hands behind the head now, elbows wide, and then come down. And then center. And then release. So come back with feet hip distance apart and rise up onto your toes on that in-breath. And exhale, come down, bending the knees, in-breath up. And exhale, down. And one more, in-breath up. And exhale down. Okay, we are shaking it out and we're done. All right, thank you very much.